I am your host, Fat Dag, and you're listening to Wise Advice. My weight loss journey failed when I focused on how. It wasn't until I switched my focus to why that I truly transformed myself. Join the show on the web at fatdag.com and follow along on Twitter at Wise Advice. Send me your comments, your questions, and your celebrations, and I'll include them as part of the show. But before we dive in, remember, when you're out of points, stop eating points. Hey, I'm honored to be your wingman as we walk through this journey together because I believe in you. Well, hello there. I want to open the show today and talk about lifetime. This is episode 35 of Wise Advice. Can you believe we got 35 of these out there? And it just continues to blow my mind. I'm honored to be here with you guys. Glad to be here. And just wanted to spend, I got a couple emails gathered in, and they all have to do with the topic of lifetime. So we're going to spend a little bit of time talking about that, and I'll dive right into it. Debbie out of Denver writes in with an email. It says, Fat Dag, thanks for numbering all the podcasts. I am listening and re-listening to them. I often pick some bit of new information or a lesson a second time or on a different day when I'm struggling with something new. I appreciate the numbering so I can go back and listen again when I need a boost of motivation. Thanks for taking the time to put your insight out there for us to learn from. Best wishes, continued success on your journey. So, hey, Debbie, thank you. You're absolutely welcome. Thanks for listening. Thanks for re-listening. I think I'm seeing why the download numbers are so high is that people are going to listen over and over and over again. So, hey, whatever it takes to get the numbers up, that's what I work. But you know, you're absolutely right. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 times for the message to sink in. And so I would use that as an encouragement for you to go ahead and listen a couple times because our brains hear what we're ready to hear. So you may hear an episode and it may make no sense to you at the time that you hear it because your brain's in a different spot. But if you get to a point later on and you re-listen to it, you may hear something completely different than what you heard the first time. And the reason that's important is there is no one way to work this plan. Everybody's going to work the plan differently. And so as you continue how you need to work the plan, you need to hear advice from all kinds of different places and piece it together to formulate your own journey. So Debbie, thank you for tuning in a couple times. Keep doing it. We'll be here, and we'll keep rocking it out. So thanks for that. Next up, Kathy writes in, and she says, Dear Fat Dag, hey, the law of attraction is amazing. I've seen it come before me many times. Thank you for keeping us focused and letting us know we're in control of our lives. I've been following you since I joined back in February of 2016. I never thought I would still be a Weight Watcher. I was planning on losing weight and quitting within 6 months. I've been a member on and off for over 25 years, never hit my goal weight, always quit when I was a few pounds away. I sit at that place again, a few pounds away, looking good, down about 40 pounds, feeling great, and maintaining a weight that I could be acceptable on the Weight Watchers chart. However, I'm not happy where I am. I love what you said today about getting to paraphrase, to getting to an honest, healthy blue dots for 3 weeks. I'm committed to that to you today as my virtual wingman. So in 3 weeks, I will give you an update. I can't thank you and the Connect family that I've personally adopted for the silent support that I get here. You are truly an inspiration and a great motivator to us. Well, Kathy, you know, I got to tell you, this is really cool because here's what I want to stress. When we talk about lifetime, not only lifetime means something different. Lifetime doesn't simply mean that you're attending a meeting, that you're engaged in the process. Lifetime means that you truly are taking the time to work the program. That is key. It's not just about showing up. It's about every meal staying focused to the process, staying committed to the process, understanding where it is you want to be. And so when I saw in your email here that said that you're a few pounds away, but it's not where you want to be. That's where we're trying to get to. You know, so goal initially is a number on the scale. So in order to meet the criteria to say you hit goal, you do need to hit that actual number on the scale, whether it's the number that you agree with, your doctor agree with, the Weight Watchers chart agrees with. All of that makes up what we consider a goal weight. But after you hit that, then goal becomes a mindset. goal becomes, a pound range that you're comfortable with, that you look in the mirror and you say, I don't want to lose any more weight. And so if you set a goal that's outside that range and you hit a number just for the sake of hitting a number, but you're truly not happy with the way you look, with the way you feel, then it's very easy to drift away from that. But when you get to a goal weight, doesn't matter if it's a normal BMI or not, but it could be, right? And I believe strongly that most of us have the ability to get to a normal BMI. Whole different discussion. We'll get into that later. But when you get to a point where you're truly happy with the way you feel, that is your goal weight. If you truly hit that and you drift a couple pounds away, then you know it and you go right back to getting to that place that you consider a happy place. So that's why I caution you not to hit a goal weight just for the sake of hitting a number. Hit a goal weight that's a feeling, and that feeling is what's going to keep you coming back. So Kathy, absolutely, thanks for writing in. We just got to remember what being a Weight Watcher for a lifetime means, and it means that we are continually improving ourselves to get better. So thanks for the email, Kathy. Glad that you wrote in. And you got the ability to get there. That's the beautiful thing about this program. This isn't, when you talk about all kinds of other things we can do for personal development and self-improvement, the one really cool thing about weight loss is every single person has the ability to do it. We are all equal in that part of our lives. So some of us don't have the ability to earn 7-8-figure income. Some of us don't have the ability to do some of the crazy things we see some of these people. We're not professional athletes. We don't have the skill set to that. But losing weight, every single person is on an even playing field. It doesn't matter how much weight you have to lose. It doesn't matter how little you have to lose. You have the same ability as every single other person out there to lose the weight. Follow the program. Get it done. So, very cool there. Hey, next up is Lisa writes in. This is another one dealing with lifetime. Lisa says, hello there. I'm sure you get thousands of emails, and it's okay if you don't have time to respond. I just want to talk to you. My name is Lisa. I live in Monroe, North Carolina. I've been in education for 27 years. I retire in 2 more. This is my last time on Weight Watchers. I did it successfully / unsuccessfully several times, but this is the last time. I started this last weight loss journey back in July of 2010. After on my own for a while, I joined Weight Watchers again and became lifetime again in April 2012. During the summer, when I'm not in school, I go to meetings every week because they're in the mornings. During the school year, I only go to my monthly weigh-ins, which makes it really hard. I've maintained my lifetime status or goal for 5 years this month. Of course, I've missed it a time or two along the road, but that's life. What I struggle with is the finish line. I'm there mindset. I enjoy your podcast, just now starting to listen, so I'm picking up a few here and there to listen to, about complacency and lifetime. I'm in the category of lifetime is hard. I get complacent, and I decide it's okay not to track. It's okay to have that extra glass of wine or the snacks at a party, but I must say I'm proud of myself. I'm proud that still, after 5 years, within a few pounds of my goal. I just wanted to say I've enjoyed reading your Connect post for several months, and I'm glad you've decided to do this podcast. Since I don't have a meeting to go to, you are going to be my meeting. I like having a leader to listen to. I really miss my meetings. Yes, I've tried a few other meetings other than mine, but I just don't like them. So, tag, you're it. I know you have a life, a job, a family, etc., but I just want you to know your efforts to support others is so greatly appreciated. I'm excited to get back to meetings. I do so much better having Weight Watchers in my face, reading, listening, tracking, etc., so it's going to be great. Sincerely, Lisa. So, Lisa, that's there's a lot of cool stuff there. The podcast here that I do, first off, I do it to supplement a meeting. I firmly believe that the meeting room, and I know there's plenty of people who've done this successfully online only, but my mindset is that the meeting room provides a level of support that you just can't get anywhere else. So the podcast is an attempt to supplement that meeting because the meeting is 30 minutes a week. I need to stay focused for the rest of the week. And that's why I'm bringing this podcast out, is so that we can sit there and talk about this, and you can hear something every day that keeps you in that mindset. So I'm here to just bridge the gap between your weekly meetings so that you have something to keep you going on. So, that personal interaction with the people, that's really where you're gonna get the true value of the meeting. So 5 years at Lifetime is incredible. You've gotten this far. You clearly know how to do it. And with you struggle with the finish line and the I'm there mindset, Lifetime is absolutely different. When you get to Lifetime, when you get to the point when you say you've reached goal, you get to the point where, again, we've talked about, you've hopped on the scale for the very last time in a weight loss mindset. If you truly believe you're at goal, and your goal is, I do not want to lose any more weight, it's absolutely different. So you can enjoy it. You can go to a party and you can have that extra glass of wine if you track it. And if you decide not to track it, what happens is, because you hit that mindset of, I don't want to lose any more weight, you instantly know where that is. As you drift away from that feeling, it snaps right back into that place where you feel really good. So when you drift up from a true goal number, you can feel it. If you've never hit goal in the first place, if your goal wasn't a true goal, it's hard to tell if you drifted away, because it all feels the same at that point. So when you say that you've maintained your status for 5 years, you've missed it a couple times or two, that's what I'm talking about. Is you know what it's like to hit goal, and you know what it's like to drift up, and you drift right back to it. So very cool. Complacency absolutely is something we have to be mindful of. Complacency tells us that we look good, we feel good. It allows us to have that extra this and that extra that, because we know we have the ability to move on. We know we have the ability to get back to that place where we felt the best we've ever felt in our weight loss journey. If you don't hit a goal weight, a true goal weight, you don't have that feeling to keep you grounded. So Lisa, thanks for your email there. I'm excited that you're 5 years at Lifetime. Here I am coming up on my first year anniversary being a Lifetime. It's about 4 or 5 months away, but I'm going to rock to that. And it's really encouraging to see that 5 years you're still in the game. 5 years you're still at Lifetime. And so if you can do it, I can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. It's just one big team effort. So very cool, Lisa. Thanks for that. Next up, we're going to go with Shira. Shira says, thank you so much for your podcast and being our wingman every step of the way. I thought your podcast regarding tracking and the question of, will I have to track forever, was spot on. I struggle with this myself, even as a Lifetime member, and it's important to remind ourselves that, just like you said, we work so we can afford nice things and put food on the table, etc. We track so that we can maintain our health and our weight. It's very important for myself, and I'm sure others on Lifetime, to hear this and remind ourselves of that. I am also struggling with having the confidence to know I can go on vacation, and it may not be possible to track diligently like I normally do, but that I have the tools to be successful when I need to be on my own. For example, I know portion sizes right now. I'm very good at eyeballing with what one portion of food looks like, or what 1 cup of food looks like. Thank you, and please keep up the fabulous podcast, Shira. So, same exact topic, right? This is the Lifetime show. We're talking about folks who are at Lifetime, how to handle Lifetime a little bit differently. And so this is that true example. If you go on vacation, tracking is key. Everybody knows that. No one disagrees that tracking is how you lose weight. If you're not losing weight, if you're not maintaining, or if you're drifting up, or you're not losing, it's because the tracker often is probably not as accurate as it needs to be. But when you're at Lifetime, it means you hit your goal. It means you hit your true goal. Then when you get to that point, you simply say, you know what? A day or two where I am going to not be able to track as diligently. If I go somewhere and I don't have all my tools with me, but if I know that feeling that I want to drift back to, I know I can get there. So that's where you got to tap into that mindset, and that's why it's so important. We talked about this yesterday in episode 34. It's so important not to set a false goal. It's so important to have a goal that means something to you so that you want to maintain it. So Shira, you're obviously doing that. You're obviously going to be able to knock this out, and and stay at Lifetime for the rest of your life, because it's important stuff. It's what we do, and it's how you're going to maintain this. And if you feel good and you look good and you get it all done, that's how you live this for the rest of your life. So there's always going to be a meeting. There's always going to be a tracking. There's always going to be some level of accountability. But at the Lifetime, you know the difference between at your goal weight and a few pounds up, and you know exactly how to get back to it. You know the program works because you work the program and you simply get back there. So that's where we're at here. It's a lifetime journey for all of us. We talk about there is no finish line. I firmly believe there is a finish line in your weight loss journey, and then the program starts over into a maintenance mode. I believe you have to cross the finish line. You have to declare you've done something. You have to declare victory, and then you start over in a whole new journey. And so it's going to be different for everybody. And what's beautiful about this program is you have the ability to decide for yourself. Look to people who are doing what you want to do. Find out how they were successful. See what they did to be successful. And then you have the ability to maintain it. So if you're out there and you're hearing the podcast and you want to be part of the show, please go ahead and write in. Go to fatdag.com, click on podcast, send me your email. Send out a tweet on Twitter at Wise Advice. Tag me on Connect, Instagram at Wise Advice. Pretty much everywhere I'm kind of adopting the username Wise Advice or FatDag. It should be out there. But send in your email, send in your questions. I'll work them in as part of the show. If you prefer, you can go ahead and call into a voicemail. Leave a voicemail at 317-662-4214, and I'll splice that audio into the show, and I'll answer your questions that way. I think that'll be kind of neat. But here we are. We're out here getting it done. And so thanks for tuning in. That's going to do it for this time. Remember, losing weight, getting healthy has nothing to do with luck. You've got to remain disciplined and focused. Set your sights on your goals and go after it. I wish you good focus.